What's up, everybody? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And in this video, I've got a what if question for you. What if you had the ability to trade without any crazy ass rules like pattern day trading rules, first in, first out rules, and all the other crazy rules that go along with trading in the stock market? Now, I've noticed a pattern with my channel. When I post a video about EA bot trading or I post a video about Forex trading, people unsubscribe. But they unsubscribe because they don't understand the power that is in the hands of retail investors over in the Forex market. We don't suffer from all the rules governed by the United States stock market. Over in the Forex market, it's a level playing field if you know where to go. Now, y'all been with me since my beginning of this journey with Forex 13 months ago. And I've learned a lot in between. I see our guest is here. Let me see if we can get him in here. Sam, can you hear us? We can't hear you yet. Oh, it's showing you trying. But here's the thing. What if you could get in a position where you could trade the way you wanted to trade? And even if you was wrong, you could still make money. That's what I learned in the Forex market over the last 13 months, okay? Is that over here, it doesn't matter if I'm a big institution or a retail investor. As long as I know how the game's played, I'm going to make money. All right. We've hit some bumps in the road, just like recently when I'm trying to learn a new strategy and a new way of doing things. Trading silver, man, it knocked my account down from 3,800 to 230. But I learned some valuable lessons. You don't raise your lot size trading silver, because it will smash you with a 10,000 point drop or rise. But anyway, talking about a level playing field, I'm hoping that Mr. Sam can get his audio working, because I bought this nice, beautiful new computer and subscribed to Restream so we can have this meeting. It's very important for him to come on and tell y'all what's the difference. Don't just listen to CSI. Listen to this professional broker who works every day, and trust me, he calls me at least twice a day. I mean, not twice a day, twice a week, to talk about my portfolio, how things are going, what direction, whatever it is I'm trading. In this particular case, silver. Remember, silver tops out here or bottoms out here. Not giving me financial advice, but giving me a little analysis of silver. He does that twice a week. He calls me and we talk about that for a few minutes. So I love the support that Number One Capital Management first allows. It looks like you tried to say something, Sam. Can you hear us? Let me see. If I can't get this damn streaming to work, Cowboy Clown ought to host him to talk about the difference in the stock market and the Forex market and finding the right broker. Sam,
finally, right now you can hear me.
I can hear you, buddy. I was just sharing with everybody that since I've been with Number One Capital, I've had a great experience.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
And the customer support people like yourself who reach out to the investors like me and give us important financial analysis on what we're trading. So if you want to take a few minutes, introduce yourself and the company Number One Capital Management, and we can start enlightening people on how to make money.
Why not? Why not? Let me just introduce myself. I'm Sam Murney. It's been like 12 years that I'm into this field, working as an advisor and overall in the different brokers. And it's been a several months that I'm started working in N1CM as a freelancer, because the most of the important thing that N1CM added, beside support department, account manager department, right now we have financial advisor and mentor department as well, which we provide some special units because N1CM is in the path to become financial institute. Doesn't want to be just a normal brokerage anymore. So when you are going to become financial institute, there's lots of steps that you need to take first of all and go ahead to begin with. If I want to begin with, right now N1CM is here since 2017. Next year it's going to be our decade that we are providing services worldwide, and it's my honor to say that in a few months we will have our 10th regulation, and in the next October 2026, you will see us on Forex Expo as well.
Awesome, awesome. I was sharing with the people
Mm-hmm.
my number one reason when I went to my Discord and I talked to all the people who were there and I asked them about recommendations for brokers, but I had specific things that
Yes.
I needed to do. I needed to be able to hedge and I needed to be able to do certain things, but no first in, first out rules. And they told me about number one, capital management. And I
Yeah.
reached out to y'all, you reached back to me, and Mr. Sam here walked me through my first deposit to make it real simple
Yeah.
for me. That worked out real well. The account was actually funded December 15th. And since
Yeah.
that time, as of right now, it's up 94%. So next week I'll break over 100% profit. But I don't attribute that to me as some wise trader. I attribute it to the fact that over here in the Forex market, and when you have a broker like number one capital management, that the playing field is level. That I don't have to deal with a first in, first out rule. They don't. So why should we? And number one
Exactly.
capital management gives us the same power and levels out the trading field for all investors, institutional and retail. And from
Exactly.
the
If I want to
a
open something for you, CSI, I want to open something for you. How the brokers working? The brokers,
okay,
most of the brokers, we have two type of brokers: dealing desk and non-dealing desk. What are the dealing desk? Dealing desk are those kind of brokers that they hedge your positions. So in those brokers, you are not allowed to hedge your own positions. And we have non-dealing desk, which all of the position that you are opening in your own account, they will send it to their LP and their market makers. So
hmm
in that case, you're allowed to open hedge on your own position on your own account.
and
Why
I
the
do.
other brokers, exactly. Why the other brokers are not allowing you to do that? Because as much as you are going to lose, it means they are winning. So they won't let you have a backup strategy to go back in, come back and gain when the market is going sideways. So in that case, they are banning you to hedge your accounts,
That's
so
right.
they are able to gain.
That's
But
right.
when the market is allowing us to do these kind of things, why we are not allowing our customers? Why we are not allowing our clients?
Why can't I? They
Exactly.
hedge. They hedge their bet with silver. So why couldn't I hedge my bet with silver?
Exactly. Exactly.
And
So what's the
it's
problem?
it's just I'm gonna tell you why. Here's the real reason why. It's too easy to make money. And every dollar that you take out of that pot, you're taking out of their pocket.
Exactly. Exactly. This is the exact thing that when you are working with a dealing desk market, dealing desk brokers, that they are hedging your positions, they want you to lose. But when you are working with
They
a
need,
non-dealing
I'll
desk,
go even further, Sam. I'll go further and say they need you to lose.
exactly,
They're so deep in the hole. They need you to lose.
exactly. So non-dealing desk brokers are surviving on three charges: spread, commission, and swaps,
That's right.
which all of the traders are willing to pay these things, but at least they're working in a legit market. They're working in a good situation, don't care about what is the important time to go in, what is the important time to go come out, or if I'm in a huge drawdown, I'll be able to at least hedge my position so I can survive this market phase. So these
That's
are the
right.
things. They think that N1CM is charging, okay, you want to open position on long, I'm going to charge you by spread and commission. You want to take this position open, I'm going to charge you by swaps.
That's right.
If you want to hedge
Now,
it, don't worry, hedge it.
when
This is the thing.
silver ran up about 2 weeks
Exactly.
ago, and I was
Exactly.
on the wrong side of it. And
Yes.
Sam was calling me about that time, and we were talking. That I was bleeding out, people. It was so bad. But then all of a sudden, I hedged. When I seen that
Yes.
it just was not going to stop, I was able to hedge and lock in a drawdown with $230 left until this was over. And that's what you use hedges for. You're going to get in a storm eventually. And if you do, you can hedge or find some hiding to protect your capital.
So one thing that you are able to do in those kind of things that the market is going on the other side of your positions, you are opening the hedge position to just cover that you're not losing any amounts more, and you will
That's
open
right.
another position in the same direction. So while you are saving the amount that you had, you are gaining on the same direction as well. So in that case, in total, in three positions, your overall profit will be positive. You won't lose anything, you will gain.
That's right.
That is the strategy
Um,
that I'm letting
that
all of my
I mean,
clients know.
I want to say this too. In talking about hedging and explaining it the way we are, and when we say hedging, I said I was on the opposite side of silver, which means I was short
Yes.
silver at the time.
Yeah.
And it shot up. And when it shot up, I said, "Oh hell!" And I bought some real quick. I went long to even out. I
Yes.
had three short positions, or yeah, three short positions, and I hurried up and bought three long positions and froze my drawdown to where it
Exactly.
couldn't move no more. That storm was over with, and then I could begin selling them off for a little profit. But it's
Exactly.
all. Let me
So
explain. I want to say these two words when you're talking about hedging strategies: risk management. That's what we're talking about
fantastic.
here.
That's the most
Hedging
important
is
thing.
how you can risk manage your portfolio.
That's the exact point. The most important thing, I guess, in my opinion, it's not about the margin equity or balance, is margin level. The margin level showed the healthy of your accounts. When it's coming
That's right.
low, like lower than 130%, it means that you are really close to reach stop out, wipe out the market, and lose everything. So most of the thing that I'm letting
Okay.
my
Now you're talking
clients
about your
know,
margin percent.
yes, margin level for myself, 130%. For example, when you reach 130% of margin level, it means that you are in a narrow way of the danger zone. let me tell you like this. It might go up, and in a second it might go below 30%, 20%, and done. Everything will be done. The thing is, when I'm telling
That's
all of
right.
my clients, when they're
In a second. In a second.
in a second, the thing is that I'm suggesting to all of my clients is about the risk management and the situation of the how to do the risk management, how to calculate the risk management, and how to be able to have a full basket of different assets to do the diversification. This is for the beginners when they don't want to scalp, when they want to have a swing trades. At least they have a diversification on different assets. So when they have a
Right.
diversification on different assets, yes, some of them might go on the negative, but at the end, the overall of the
Now
all of
let's talk
them
about
will be in profit.
now we could talk strategy as far as diversification. Uh if
Yes.
you people that follow me, they know that I like to only use 4 charts when I'm trading currency pairs. That way I can put my bot on 4 different currency pairs. And basically is what Sam's saying, just
Yes.
diversify it. The bot will buy on each one of these charts if I let it. And number
Exactly.
one, capital management allows bot trading.
Yes. On the robots EAs, there's no limits. There's no limits to
No,
use
no
any kind of
limits.
EAs, anything. So we are supporting MT4 and MT5, both of them, because some EAs are working only on MT4, Meta4. Some
Mhm.
EAs are working only on MT5. We are completely open to have all of the strategy. And a good thing when you are working with a financial institute, because as I mentioned, we are on the path to become financial institute. We are able to have a different account type for each client, depends on their needs. For example, CSI, your strategy wants to have, like, I don't know, maybe lower spread or lower commission, right? Your swing trades,
Right.
you want a lower spread. Uh, if you just tell me that I need these specific, we will meet each other in the middle. I'm not telling you that
That's
I
right.
will follow 100% of your orders, because, as I mentioned, three chargers are the thing that our broker is surviving on: swaps, commission, and spreads. So we will meet each other in the middle. For example, when you want to do the scalps, you want to go for scalps like a 20 minutes or something like that, you prefer to have a lower spread, but you are willing to pay a little bit more commission. We will meet each other in the
Yeah.
middle. Or
Um,
you want to have like a long-term investments. So on long-term investment, you are willing to pay more commission, but less swaps. We will meet each other in the middle.
mhm. And you get to
These are the
choose
things that
which
we
type of account.
exactly. Exactly.
They explain their goals to you, and you can tell them which account best fits them. Now,
Exactly.
let me say
Exactly.
this. Let me say this. It's kind of misleading, and I don't do a misleading. Don't do it.
Mhm.
All right. When you say no commissions, because you can get zero commissions. There's a difference
Yes.
between zero commissions here and zero commissions over in the stock market. When you pay for zero commissions on one of these brokers like Robinhood, they're selling your
Mhm.
order flow to a market maker. That's how it's
Yes.
zero commission.
Yeah.
Here, the spread can be your commission, which is what I
Exactly.
choose. I have the price of the stock or the currency or the crypto or whatever I'm trading. I have the price, and the ask price tells me where I break even and I begin to make money. So I don't pay anything to get into the trade, but to get break even, I have to move up just a little bit of the spread, which is usually around 10 or 15, 20. really cheap and really fast.
Exactly. So in this case, we are able to provide different account types, let's say account types for different strategy, because we have 8 billions in the world. We might have like 2 million or 3 million traders in the world, all around the world, and we might have like 2 million different strategy. So for each strategy, they need something specific,
Yes.
and you're allowed to do it.
I practiced for this live stream, doing a live
Yeah.
stream yesterday, and I was discussing 3 secrets to bot trading. And one of them is exactly what you just got through saying. Know the strategy. There's a million strategies out there, but what strategy are you wanting to follow? A moving average strategy or MACD strategy? And you tell Mr. Sam here what your goals are and how you plan on achieving them, and he will show you which direction you need to go. I'm telling you, besides Forex, because Forex has a great support system too, but not like this. Not as hands-on and personal as number one capital is.
Yes. In the markets, we are right now in a different markets. Let me say you like this: we are completely in a different markets. We have a different situation, and I don't know if you checked the market yesterday after the NFP. It didn't make a market that much movements because for example, I'm just talking about gold right now. Gold made a movement before that, and NFP doesn't had any kind of movement on gold. But one thing that make market huge movement after they arrest Maduro. They arrest Maduro.
That's right. They arrested Maduro, which caused a spike.
Yes. Did you see the stock market of Venezuela?
No, sir, I didn't. Tell us about it.
98% increased in this week. 98%
Wow.
increase.
That's money flowing into their country.
Exactly. 98%. Because
Wow.
right now, right, as soon as they arrest Maduro, they remove some sanctions against Venezuela. So what happened? Their stock market,
Oh,
right now, they're able to trade with the worldwide.
I I understand now. I understand exactly
So
what happened. When they arrested
98%,
Maduro, the federal
exactly,
government lifted the sanctions, which allowed them to import, export all over the world
exactly.
again, and their markets reacted to a 98% increase.
In 5 days, 5 business days, 98%.
That's crazy. Now,
The-
now let me say this. Let me say this. You never know in this political environment what's going to happen next. And like we're talking about the Venezuelan market and they cause silver and gold to react and everything, you have to be prepared for those events. And the
yes,
only way I can tell you to help prevent you is to study as hard as you can on risk management, not stop losses, risk management. Because see, stop losses work in their favor. That's why you want to search out and hedge. Because hedging is just like setting a stop loss, only you're doubling it down. But in these uncertain times, you have to be able to hedge your positions or you're going to get busted out every time.
exactly. I can give you one head up as well. I don't know that you're aware of the situation in Iran, or have you ever heard about the situation that is happening right now in Iran? Have you ever heard about it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
There's a huge revolution happening in Iran. and because we need to follow the news, we need to follow the news. Fox News support that, everything was supporting that, everything was covering it. The thing that is happening in Iran is completely different. And why it's really important these days, because we had the same situation like Venezuela, and we are seeing another one that is happening, and America is announcing that we are going to support the people that are against this Islamic Republic,
Yes.
Islamic regime. So when they are saying something, those countries like Israel or US, they are not playing around with their own reputation, which they announce
No.
something that they
That's
are not going to go for that, right?
right.
So
When they draw a red line, they mean it.
exactly, exactly,
Now,
exactly,
here's
because
something I want to say about that
mhm,
is people will run to YouTube
mhm,
and try and find the latest tips for the stock market and things like that.
mhm.
When all you have to do is turn on your TV, because what we're talking about, world events that go on every day,
That's
and
the
how
exact thing. Exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
you could turn on the news this morning, and if there was another shooting, you're going to see the
Yeah.
market react a certain way.
Yes, exactly. Right now, uh, the thing that is happening in Iran, I don't know that you heard about it, but I was just scrolling my Twitter. I saw that it's a completely blackout in Iran.
Yeah,
They shut down the internet connection. Even they are not able to call each other on their cell phone.
and look, we're talking currency trading and stuff now here in the Forex market. That affects the currency market around the world. That affects Canada's currency. That affects
Yes.
Europe's currency prices and things like that. When they do blockades and everything that they're doing that Mr.
These are
Sam's talking about.
geopolitical side. These are geopolitical side that they can completely change everything. For example, one of the things that can change a lot is the oil price, because
Especially
Iran,
right now.
exactly, Iran is the fourth country with the most oil reserve in the world. So, and if I want to just give you one heads up, the thing that is happening between US and China is about economical war.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
China was buying Venezuela oil for half price. China is buying Iran's oil for one third price. So America, and one thing, the growth of GDP of China is 5%, for US is 2.3%. US doesn't want this. US wants to become US was a leader of the world for past 50 years and wants to be the leader of the world for the next 50 years as well. So
Now,
when
let me say
when they
this. I have
Mhm.
my political beliefs, okay? But I don't let my political beliefs interpret
Yes,
what I'm seeing on the news. When I'm watching the news, I'm watching it with common sense because I'm looking for clues about what could be happening next in the market that I'm trading. All
exactly.
right. So it's just common sense. It ain't nothing that you have to study geopolitical in Harvard University. It's common sense. If they invade a country, the markets are going to act a particular way. What's
Exactly.
going to happen if Trump decides to pull the trigger on Greenland? That
So
currency is going to be affected.
exactly. And Greenland has a lot of resources as well, right?
Yes. Yes.
So,
And
Trump ideology, Trump's ideology is to have as much as he can access to the resources, because
yes.
when you're producing the resources by yourself, the costs of those producers by exporting them will decrease a lot.
And I don't want to get political, but I'll say this. He's also about a level playing field. That if one country is
Yeah,
going to pay this, then all countries should pay that. For example, the prescription drugs and the preferred nation or whatever it is that they doing with the prescription drugs, and he's trying to get
yeah,
the prices down because you sell the drugs higher here in America than you do Europe. And he
yeah.
says that's not fair. Oil prices going to here versus selling it to us, it ain't fair. So it's just common sense that eventually, and I'll say this, if you stand in front of a vehicle, your guys is going to get run over. You can
Exactly.
common sense.
Exactly. This is the market that's built on the logic. Let me just tell you, like, logic.
Logic and common sense. That's why
Exactly.
I'm so successful. Logic and
Exactly.
common sense. I don't try to let a
Exactly.
line dictate to me where my entry point should be. Who do you think teaches those methods? They do. So the casino's teaching you how to play dice,
And
roulette,
yeah,
and then you go in there and play according to the rules that you just learned for blackjack, and they're the ones that told you to hit on 16. And then you get
yeah,
upset when you lose your money. But
yeah. That's
if you
that's
use
that's the
logic,
exact thing that is happening.
common sense tells me probably if I wanted hands-off trading, bot trading is probably the best when done correctly. When done correctly, because I average about 2% a week on that portfolio with the bots. When I'm scalping, I can make more because I'm hedging. I can't hedge. See, I'd make more in that account with Forex, but I can't hedge. That's why I came over here. I said I need some place where I can hedge. That even if I'm wrong, I can still make money.
So you are gaining in both directions. We don't have
Both
third
directions.
direction in the market, right? So
No,
you will make money in both directions.
that's right. And well, there is a third, and it's kind of like I laugh about it because it happens at least once or twice a week. Immediately after I buy or sell,
Mhm.
that price stops. It stops right there. For an hour, it won't move. And I'm going, do they know I set my price there? Are they trying to wait me out? Because they're not going to wait me out. I'm here to make a few dollars.
Yeah, this is kind of like that. This is exactly, for example, gold market. After I'm talking about gold because gold is my favorite assets, and most of the amount that I make in past 12 years, it was on gold. Um, if I can just give you one heads out, gold market make a huge movement in a past. Let's say I'm just checking the chart from 2nd of the January to just 5th of January. It was the announcement of arresting Maduro. Gold make a movement of
Mm-hmm.
$111.
Do
$111
you know?
in CFD per each one lot. It means $11,000.
That's what I was going to say. Do you realize if you add in your bet now, because we have to talk about how much we bet that is going to go
Exactly.
up or down. And with one lot size, you could have made how much?
$11,000.
$11,000. Now, I'm going to do another video. We're just talking here
Mhm.
because in the one I did yesterday, I want to re-emphasize a lesson that I'm trying to teach is that people put their eyes on the money, all right, and not on what's important. What's important is this. I once knew a man who bragged that he made a $10,000 profit on one trade. And I
Yeah.
said, I'm impressed. But what was your balance? Because I need to know what percent $10,000 was to you to see if it was impressive. All
Yeah.
right. Now, my buddy has a $10,000 account and it goes up $1,000. That's impressive in one day. All right.
Yeah.
In my account, I only have 100, but my account went up $10. Still 10%. Still very
Exactly.
impressive. Percentages is how you grow your portfolio.
Return on investments.
Return on your investment.
ROI. ROI, return on investment. The most important thing is return on investment. Doesn't matter that your account is 100,000K, like 100K, or your account is 1K.
That's
Both of
right.
you guys will increase on the amount that you have.
That's right. Now,
20%, 25%. This is the exact thing that you need to talk.
that's right. If you look at it as percents, $10,000. In order for that to be 10%, he had to have $100,000 account.
Exactly.
Well, I didn't have but a $300 account, and I made $30. Nobody was impressed with that, but it was just the same amount.
Same
Over
amount.
time, over time, it's the same amount.
Exactly.
It's the same
Exactly.
amount of growth.
It's the same amount of growth. Yes, the numbers are different, but the percentage will be remain in the same. Doesn't matter how much is increasing, doesn't matter how much is going up. The amount will stay same. These are the things that is happening, and says I want to just open one thing for you and your followers about next week. What it's my team's prediction. What is going to
Okay.
happen next week? Next week, in a geopolitical side, we might see a new all-time high on gold markets. And maybe gold market will reach around 4,570 or even a little bit higher. On a silver, same thing. We might see $85 per ounce, but for a long term on a silver, we might see like $120 per ounce as well. So yes, these are the things that the chance of happening is more than 70%.
More than 70%. Now,
Yes, this is just one heads
how
up
can I
about gold and silver.
let's just talk strategy for a minute because there's a million
Hmm.
strategies.
Yeah,
I believe that it's going to 85, and we're going to
yeah.
talk hedge, layers and hedge. Okay, so I
Hmm.
buy
Hmm.
2.02 of silver because I
Yes.
believe it's going to go up to 85. That's called a layer, right? That's my layer,
Yeah.
and I hedge that layer with
Hmm.
1.01. Now I'm
Yeah.
expecting it to go up, so if it does, it's going up 0.01
Exactly.
profit all the way up because I'm locked in one right here with the sell. I'm hedged this one, and as it moves up, this one's making all the money. And when I
Exactly.
sell it and it starts coming back down, I can make a decision to drop this one and just ride it on down, which I usually do for 3 or 4 minutes.
Exactly.
But hedging your bets, you can go 2 to 1 on your buy for silver or gold if you think it's going to go up. Now, if you think it's going to go down, which it's not not to the point
Not.
which it's
Yes.
going to stay. Me and my brother argue about this every day. It's going to stay higher than 68. It's not going to fall no lower than 68. So you can prepare yourself. You're in your free margin. That what if it fell to 70? Will I have enough free
Yeah.
margin to cover that? All right, and you just wait for the currency, the um, commodity or whatever you're trading to do what you want it to do.
Exactly. That's the point. That's the exact point that we are talking. And right now, the most important thing, as we mentioned once, and I want to re-mention it, is whenever you want to start trading, first of all, understand that you don't trade on the emotions. And second, risk management. Third, risk management. Fourth, risk management until the end, risk management.
until the end. If you base your strategy, like I have, around my
Yeah.
risk management, then you won't have a problem. Until you
No,
step
of
like
course.
I do bump my head, like when I just went from 38 to 230, but it was because I stepped outside of my rules and I was on the phone with my brother and he said, well, do you have a hedge on it 77? I said, no, I don't think we need it because this sucker's fixing to go. And I didn't hedge my position. And when it fell, I had nothing coming in and everything drained. So
Exactly. The good
if you
part
start,
is
as
right
long as
now.
you learn the rules and you stick with them. Now I want to talk about one more thing before we go because I see we're at 40 minutes. Um, Tell everybody about their bonus if they were to sign up with number one capital management. What type of bonus do they get?
To start their accounts, you know, in the bonuses we have several type of the bonus, like margin bonus, which is just to have more margin. It's not saving you when you are in negativity. Or we have like cash app bonus. The other thing that we have is a floating bonus, which is the best of all of them, which we provide floating bonus. Floating bonus is going to act like your exact money. For example, you have like 5,000, 5 grand, and we will add you 50% to your account, 2.5, overall 7,500. So if you are going to have loss in most of the brokers, when you reach a 30%, you will reach a stop out point, right? 30%
Yeah.
of 5,000, 30% of 5,000 is 1,500. So you are allowed to go until minus 3,500. But what is a floating bonus working for you? It's going to act like your exact money. It means like you have 7,500 and you are able to go minus 5,000 as well until minus 5,000. So you have this opportunity. And when you grow your account to the number like the 7,500, you grow this account to $25,000, you are allowed to withdraw everything, just the 2,500 that you received as a floating bonus. So this is the bonus that we are able to provide for you, and me and CSI will have a negotiate about the percentage, and CSI will let you guys all know about what is the result, what is the percentage, and when will it start. Let's say like that.
Now, let me say it like this. This is part of
Hmm.
my specialty here where I can break stuff down very simple.
Hmm.
I had a friend that I
Yes.
referred and told them about number one capital, and he
Yeah.
spoke with Sam, and Sam helped him get his account open. All right.
Yes.
He deposited, I better not say how much.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you have a balance of say 5,000 and you have a free margin of 5,000. Until you
Exactly.
make a trade, free margin doesn't move. Free margin is like your check engine light.
Exactly.
um, you start off with the same amount of free margin as you do as your deposit. With number one capital, they double it. What my friend deposited when it opened the account, he had, let's say he started with 5,000. He didn't, but if he did start with 5,000, he had 10,000 in free margin. That is your buffer. That is what how you protect your account. And what number one capital markets done is give you 100% bonus. You can't withdraw it. That's just there as a help you with a safety net. Isn't that
Exactly.
right? Did I explain that
Exactly.
correctly, sir?
Yes, completely right. completely right. So yes, this is the thing that we provide for the clients in 2026 as their, let's say, as their first gift to Happy New Year. Started 2026 much better and stronger than 2025, to one step, to give them one step better start as well.
Well, I'll close with this: is I started knowing absolutely nothing about Forex market, about bot training. A friend of mine asked me, would I look into a specific bot forum and learn how it worked, and I did. And that was my beginning back in November of last year. During that time, there has not been a single day that I have not studied to show myself approved. And because let me explain, a goal without a strategy or a plan is just a dream. You can have a goal with no strategy, but it's just a
Yeah,
dream. You'll never get to it. It is up to each and every investor to develop their own strategy. You can find somebody that's being successful, and like Tony Robbins says, you can mimic them, but you have to understand past performance does not predict future profits till you learn how to master the program.
exactly. Exactly. You know, the most important thing, this market is a game of patience.
Game
You
of
have to be
patience.
patient. You have to be
Uh,
completely patient, go through the market step by step, a little by little. You grow your portfolio. Don't be greedy on the market. You stick to your strategy. When you type your target profits, then you type target your stop loss. When you have your risk management, you have to stick to your plan, stick to your strategy, and do not leave it alone. Even if your position got ended in the lose, you will learn from that position.
well, to close, let me say this, Mr. Sam. In the time that I've been with number one capital management, I am definitely one satisfied customer.
I'm really
My
happy to
friend,
hear.
using the hedge strategy, hedging simply meaning protecting his investment. He made
Exactly.
5.25% yesterday increase on his portfolio. And I'm going to show y'all how he done it in the video coming up soon. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Any last words, Mr. Sam?
It was a pleasure talking to you, CSI. It was a pleasure talking to you, David. We have you here. And I hope that you guys, whenever you have any kind of question, I'm in CSI's Discord channel as well.
That's
You can
right.
ask it. You can ask from me as well.
Hey,
It's
CSI.
at Sam in the Discord. If you want to message him
Yes.
in anywhere chat, just put at Sam and what your request or question is, and he will respond. That's why he's there,
Hey,
Yes.
CSI.
which is another great benefit of their support system.
I am there for you guys.
CSI. It's Dave.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I just wanted to let you know it's funny. I was just looking back. You do realize that in 11 minutes exactly today is our first call you and I did.
Really?
Yeah,
We're
10 o'clock on the 10th. So
about to
yeah,
have another one.
we are, but it's been a journey, and I think I helped some people in the Discord, but I been listening, and the big thing is you got to figure out your strategy, like Sam and CSI said. You got to figure out risk management. I and you've probably seen it. My goal is 1% per day. Sometimes I go higher, sometimes I go lower. You if you can stay around that 70% win rate, you're good. I mean, you're gonna lose them. I mean, hell, I took a $20,000 bath in the last month on some things that went against me to stay in the play, but it's gonna happen. But for
Gonna
that being
happen.
said, my account in that 1 year, because we started in January, I didn't really kind of figure it out till April, with the tariffs coming out of the gate. That that was bad when
Yeah.
Trump took over.
Yeah.
That screwed everything up. But from April till now, basically, for lack of a better, about 260%. So
260% since
Yeah.
April.
yeah, so I mean, basically, for lack of a better, everybody's seen it. I took 50,000 and I have a $200,000 account. So
That's
I mean,
That's
fantastic.
9 months ago. About
Yeah.
9 months ago.
yeah. Now, granted, I took a $20,000 bath. I'm still in negative, Sam. When we were talking I'm doing better, knock on wood. When we talked 3 weeks ago, I was 86,000 in the red, and I'm only 24 right now. So it's
Oh, fantastic. It's
need
the game of patience, as I mentioned.
exactly. But like CSI said, if I was able to hedge when the shit hit the fan, for lack of a better, I could have protected that position. So
Exactly.
being in Forex and FIFO, it hurts us U.S. traders. That's the worst part. So
I got one final
David,
question.
yes.
Let's talk about what a person can trade with number one capital management. Now I'm going to just be blunt and say it like this. I only trade currency pairs and silver and gold. All right.
Yes.
Because I don't feel the return is good enough with stocks and crypto and stuff. But I'm going to let Mr. Sam say, you may want to know, well, can I trade stocks? So, Mr. Sam, can you go ahead and talk to him about that?
Yes. You're allowed to trade on stocks with us as well. We provide almost more than 300 different assets, crypto, stocks, index. We have futures as well. We have pairs. You all know pairs, commodities, everything is set. And there's no limit on trading on different assets. But the thing is, yes, the return on gold, silver pairs are much better than the stocks.
I've never seen the returns like I am right now. I mean, I've made some really, really decent money trading currency pairs because I've learned how they traded. Then I got over here to the silver and gold commodities, and I had to learn this important lesson if you're going to make a switch.
Exactly.
The currencies will swing 1,000, 1,500 points. And then it starts looking for a retracement. All right. That's about as far as they usually swing. I've seen them go up to 3,000 before, but it was a very unusual back with the Trump tariff stuff that something like that happened. But on a normal basis, it'll swing 1,500 points. Gold and silver will swing 15,000 points on you. 15,000 points. And if you don't understand that and you don't have the right lot size, like that's how I took that bloodbath I took, David, is I didn't realize silver could move 7,000 points against me. Yeah. I was thinking currency. So I had my lot size too high.
The one thing I played with some gold in this down. I just popped over and bought one of those little challenges just to keep my sanity going because I couldn't trade anything, And I was playing with the gold, and people got to realize that $1 is 100 points. So it's if it swings, and it can swing $100 real quick, like you just said. So that's
it could swing. Well, like Sam's predicting for geopolitical turmoil that's going on right now, he expecting gold and silver to spike up. And we're also talking about, I don't know if they got a gold squeeze going on, but the silver squeeze that's supposed to be going on, which I done bought into all that crap. I'm going to trade the commodity the way I think it should be traded until a squeeze happens. I'm not looking forward to it. It's just going to be a byproduct that I'm going to make money on.
Yeah.
But I've never seen returns like I have trading silver as I have anything else. Every trade, people, every trade that I'm doing, even with the smallest lot size of 0.01, is pulling in 1% profit on my portfolio. Every trade. Now, granted, I started with 1,200, so I only need to make $12. But gold and silver make $12 over in the currency market. I'd have to make 8 trades to get that.
Yeah.
because it don't swing as much. But in silver, let that sucker swing. I'll push the swing if they want me to.
Yeah. So the last words that I really want to mention that guys, if you have any kind of question about any kind of things, I know that you are professionals. CSI David, you have CSI David, everyone, they're really professionals. But I guess sometimes it's better to find out more, research more about the things, because market is not just about the technical side. Market
That's right.
makes a movement on fundamental side as well.
That's
So
right.
this is the
There's so many.
place that
There's so
this
many
is the
things to
place
take into consideration.
exactly this is
Market
the place that
manipulation.
risk management comes
You
in.
have to take market manipulation into consideration. It's gonna happen no matter where you go. They're gonna manipulate that price where they need it to be until they can't do
Exactly.
it no more.
Like for example, we saw that on 28th of December, gold make a huge correction until exactly in 2 days, in a 3 days, gold make a correction of $240. The same
Let
thing
me tell
that
you.
if you
Let me tell
remember
you.
CSI, it was the same day
I
that
went
silver
from.
make a correction as well of $12.
Let me share with you with everybody because you know my portfolio.
Yeah,
When I opened that account, I was only a few days in with at the time that he's talking about, and gold and silver took a spike up. All right, my account turned to 3,800, and I'm going to YouTube looking for the news, seeing what's happened with the gold and silver market that's caused this spike. And they talk about a short squeeze, and I said bullshit. Soon as I felt it was high enough, I shorted that son of a gun because I know how market makers act. They're only going to let it go up so much. They are not going to bankrupt themselves not to make me and you rich. You need to face reality with that. And when you do, you can be prepared for when. Now, they might run up to 85, and I believe it will. But if you go watch YouTube, Mr. Sam's giving you a realistic expectation. On YouTube, they're saying $300. Now, get the hell out of here. If it goes past 85, they're in trouble. You got to know these things.
yes. That's the exact point, and that's the most important point. That's we need to be aware of it.
If they're short, they're short in silver, like they say they are,
Yeah.
then they're going to hedge their bets and go long.
Yes.
Just like we're talking about, I'm doing with
Yeah.
my portfolio. That's how
Yeah.
they can stay alive, people. Guess what? That's how we stay alive too. They just take that benefit away from us in the market in America because they don't want us to have that upper hand. Mr. Sam, it's been a pleasure, sir.
It was a pleasure from my side.
Anybody who's wanting more information on number one capital management and how they can join, I'll have the link and an email from Mr. Sam down in the description of this video. And that way y'all can sign up and get started and learn how to protect your investment. You understand? Love y'all. Be blessed. And I'll see you in the next video.
Have a lovely day, guys. It was a pleasure.